Snap comes at 1. He completes it to Jones. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packer. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Ready! Topper!
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it here. This is James White. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Shift, shift. Roy.
On play action, Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
To throw is Rodgers. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. On play action, now Rodgers. The connection made, it's Graham. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Packers 6, Colts nothing.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that...
Don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
258. I got you. Go right. Over. 399.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Hold on, finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Let's go, D.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 22 yard line.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
A give, running right is Mack. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Go!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run here with Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's the 2nd and 7. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got 3 shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in 3s. Wins come in 2s. Cash comes in 1s. Throw it up, celebrate some news.